Hello everybody, Fixxxer here, back with a Tale in the Desert, tale number 7. I have been using this ointment on my skin and clothing so as to protect myself from UV light, and it makes me look all blurry. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Alright, that's not true. I'm not sure what this is. This is happening every now and again where I get a blurry avatar, but everything else seems to be okay. But I'm not too worried about it. So anyways, I have not played in like 2 days. I did log on a few times to do a few things. Very sparingly, though. I haven't done too much. So the world is totally zoomed on by. So I want to catch up real quick with that. The first thing I want to do is let you know that I passed the test of the obelisk. I was one of the first people to do so. What is this advance? Alright. Oh. That's what advance means. Zap. Goody gumdrops. Does that change anything? Where's my title at? Utility. Special. Title. Yeah, I already had that. Level 12 Student of Architecture. Goody gumdrops. Alright. So, the laws that was in my previous video, the agricultural courtesy law passed at 73%. I don't think this law is necessary, but not a big deal. I think it would have been dangerous if some of the others had passed. Like the Sheepbox Quarantine Act. 68% in favor. Whatever. Not necessary. Pharaoh's Gardener passed as well. I don't know if the Decay Construction Act is considered passed. I think it is considered passed. I think you need more than 50% in favor. So, I don't know. I hope not. That would be awful. Anyways, so that's what happened with the laws. There you go. And a few things have been unlocked since I last talked to you guys. The first one is the test of the Demi-Pharaoh. Change my Demi-Pharaoh election status. Don't include me unless I sign up again. Participate in just this next election. Participate as a candidate until I say otherwise, which I would like to do. And Demi-Pharaoh. Judge your peers and let your peers judge you. Do you think you have what it takes to assist in the governing of Egypt? Do you want to have an early say? And who else could be suitable for the job? Stand for election. Convince your opposition that you, more than anyone else, should be a Demi-Pharaoh. Sign up at any voting booth to stand in the next election. So, people who sign up are separated into groups of 7 people, and those 7 people have to decide and vote on who of that group moves on to round 2. In round 2, you meet other people who were all in groups just like you were and were voted on, and everybody from group 2 votes everybody on to group 3. And then on to group 4, and so forth, until there's only one person left. And that person becomes the Demi-Pharaoh. Demi-Pharaoh kind of acts as a mediator in disputes, and they kind of are looked to in leadership. They're also given the ability to ban 7 players, which isn't a common thing to happen, but it has happened. But they do get some sort of power out of this. And when I say ban players, what they do is they ban a specific character, an avatar, this account. Account might be the best way to describe it. So if someone were to ban me, Fixxxer the avatar, I would lose this account and all these skills and items and all that stuff. But me personally, Joe Schmo, would be allowed to make a new account and start from scratch. And that's what it is. Obviously, it's quite controversial because it's a lot of power to be able to affect somebody's real life like that. So that's what that is. And I've signed up for it. Are there any new... No, there's no skills. And what else has opened up again? Let's hop over to system chat. Stop it. And look at all this spam, for Pete's sake. The test of towers... That's architecture and worship, the astrological alignment. We'll go into those things another day. I'm definitely going to want to pick those up. Look at all those hours of towers. Alright, so you've seen the bureaucrat, or I'm sorry, the Demi-Pharaoh. Let's get rid of that. Alright, goody gumdrops. So, we'll go over here and harvest my... Nope, we gotta go back home first. I need to take, I need speed. So we're gonna take a look at my apiaries and see how my bees are doing. I know they're doing fine, but we're gonna look and grab the beeswax and all that good stuff. Let's minimize that. When you check an apiary, your speed, it takes a look at your speed stat, and the higher your stat, the quicker you are in checking for bees. And that minimizes the amount of bees that get away. So my speed stat is 1. And if I were to consume some grilled cabbage, that enhances my speed up to 3, and this will greaten my ability to swap out the, or take a look at the bees. Looks like I got a new neighbor over there too. There goes my AC unit. Nice and loud for everybody to hear. I usually try to edit that out. I use ATitD to isolate the noise and to normalize it and compress it and all that jazz. Alright. Check the apiary for bees, wax, and honey. We'll do that. It had 1,000 bees. It produced 10 wax, honey, and jelly. About half the bees escaped when you checked. And let's grab that stuff. About half the bees escaped, so it's running a check against my speed, and so far I've failed both those checks. I don't know what the percent chance is with a speed of 3, but again, half the bees escaped. It'll tell you, oops. If you make the check, it'll say, you know, due to your speed, only so many bees escaped. And that's what we want to see. I've got 10 of these apiaries out here. Half the bees escaped. Hope I'm gonna have enough room on me. Half the bees escaped. So this speed 3 is not helping me right now. Half the bees escaped. Bless America. My clicking is not up to speed here. Half the bees escaped. Got 2 more. Oh, this sucks. 1 left. That was pretty useless. Oh well. I failed to check on all of them. Alright, screw you. Let's head back. So I got sheep now. They weren't breeding a whole lot for a while. But I got them breeding now. I put in a whole bunch of onions. In fact, I'm going to switch my offline chores. This is what you can accumulate while you're offline. Right now, I just accumulate travel time, which is nice to have because you can travel great distances in quicker time. But I'm gonna grow some onions this time around. It'll split at 50-50. Half my time will go to accumulating travel time. The other half will go to growing onions. That way, I can throw onions in my sheep pen because growing onions right now is not fun. Okay, let's shear the sheep. So I got 2 males and 3 females in here, and that's usually you want 2 and 2, or even 3 and 3. That's about the nice round number to go with. They'll breed, and any sheep that it produces beyond that, you slaughter them, and leather right now is a pretty useful resource. It's used in mining. Speaking of mining, if the mine is free, maybe I'll show you guys mining. So my base. Actually, I'll show you charcoal. Let's go with charcoal. How much wood do I have? I have none. Do I have any in here? 164. That's good. Let's go. Oh, I gotta dump my honey and stuff. Honey. Stash the beeswax and stash the jelly. Royal jelly. All right, now I got room on me. Remove some wood. 50. Okay. I need water. Water, and jugs. I don't need that much. Alright, my throat is dry. I try to do these recordings with a bottle of water, because my throat gets dry fairly quickly. So anyways, the charcoal hearth. You start with 100, is it 109? It says 109. It feels like it's more than that. You start with 109 wood, and you have to... Yeah, it's usually better to show. Excuse me. Let's begin. Alright, so we have several different variables here. We have the heat, oxygen, wood, water, danger, and progress. The higher the heat bar, the quicker the progress bar goes. And you want that progress bar to hit the end, and that's when your batch is complete. Now you can manipulate heat by tossing on wood and regulating the oxygen. Watch the wood bar as I add wood. You see how it jumps up a little bit? And that's going to make it a little bit hotter. The vent control, I've got it in the middle, which is just a normal vent. The button on the left is to close the vent, and the button on the right is to open the vent. Generally, what I like to do, and I have a feeling there's multiple ways you can do this, but I like to keep the wood and oxygen fairly low, but even with each other to keep the heat up. And of course, the longer, or I don't want to say the longer the heat is up, but you have to watch the danger button too. The danger, not the button, but the danger bar, if it goes all the way to the top, your stuff blows up and you lose it all. And we don't want that now, do we? So you keep these as low as possible and about as even as possible, and keep the heat up as high as you can without making it too hot. See how I got them even? Wood is going to gradually go down as it burns. Oxygen is going to gradually go up. And now the heat's starting to move down. So we got a little bit uneven here. I add a little bit of wood. Maybe cut the vents a little bit. Heat goes up, danger goes up. Progress bar is going as long as that heat is up there. And the heat, I don't know if there's a specific point you want to keep it past, but I try to keep it past 50%. Somewhere in this area. Let's go a little bit more. This is about the hot spot. Maybe 75% is probably about the sweet spot, I should say. And overall, when you finish a batch, it takes about 150 to 200 wood, depending on how good your... I'm letting the action go a little too high there. Depending on how well you operate this machine. I've been going about 150, 160 wood. And you get a batch of 100 charcoal if you succeed. If you fail, you get 0. You get nothing, and you lose all the wood that you put in here. So this comes in handy. Charcoal is a very very used resource. A lot of things take charcoal, and we'll run into those eventually. Things like smelting. These are for smelting. I am letting my oxygen get way too high. These are for smelting, and they use charcoal. Let's get that wood up a little bit. My heat is going down too much. I'm letting it go way down. That might have been too much wood. So there's a water indicator here too. If you get danger up really high... Oh no, this is way too high. I'm messing this up. I'm distracted. If danger gets up too high, you add a water in there, but it's hard to recover after you put water on the fire. You can, it's just difficult. Alright, this is getting better. Oxygen and wood are getting low, heat's going up. Progress bar is starting to move a little quicker again. Let's get more wood in there. And you got a regulator. I run unregulated, but if you turn the regulator on, it'll go a little bit slower. And it's, by little I mean a lot. This thing is already slow, in my opinion, and when you start turning on the regulator, it's so damn annoying and slow. But it's nice for people who are just starting out, who have not done this before, or are just struggling with it. So that's nice. Okay, we're doing okay. I want to get the heat up a little bit, though. Ooh, a little more wood. There we go. So in the end, you can run multiple hearths at a time. I back in previous tales, I could run 5. I could probably run 6, maybe, I don't know. But I haven't done that yet. First of all, I can't afford to put that many of these up. But after a little bit of practice, once I get more efficient with my wood, I'll be able to run. I'll try to run more of these at a time. We're getting close there. So mines are out, and mining has changed significantly from when I played. Let's get that oxygen down. Back when I played, you build a mine, and you would use it, bring up ore and gems and whatnot, and after a while the mine would collapse, and then you would have to repair it. And every time you repaired a mine, I don't think I need to add more wood. It should, in the next tick, it should go. Nope. It'll go green. Yep, there we go. So, open the vent, add a bunch of water, snuffs the fire out, and you'll see it'll end in a moment. So, you repair the mine, and you work it more, and it collapses again. And every subsequent collapse, it's a little bit more expensive to repair. You successfully made a batch of charcoal. So, take 100 charcoal. Always nice to have charcoal. And let's stash that in my chest. Alright, I want to get rid of everything on me. I don't need the wood. Stash the wood. And stash the water in jugs. Water in jugs. And I don't need the clay. We'll head down south and see if somebody's using the mine. If not, then I'll show you guys. I know the mine is down here by the School of Architecture. Alright. We could probably head over to the road. Alright, instead of talking your ear off on the way there, I'll just cut out and I'll appear, because this episode's getting kind of long. And then I'll appear over by the mine. I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are at the public iron mine. Like I said, these are greatly different than what I'm used to. So, because the way mines were, where they would collapse and then you would repair them with materials, and every time it collapsed, it was more expensive to repair. Mines were always private in previous tales. What's changed is, first of all, the cost to build a mine has been significantly increased, and because of that, and they don't collapse anymore. So because of that, mines are more common to be public. And someone, I think, wants to use it. They can use it after I'm done. Anyways, so is someone working it? Alright. So, the way the mine works, you've got different colors. You got this blue, yellow, and black, or gray, whatever. Okay, so we got different colors, and then we have different gems on each of the stones. We have these little square-like stubbies, and you have these little ones with little juts coming out, and I don't see the third one here. Let's get a different set. And then you have these that jut out a lot. So stubbies jut out some, and then jut out a lot. Okay. It's new to me. Seems better than previous tales. Alright, so what you want to do is it's a puzzle. It's actually a puzzle. Instead of clicking on the mine and it gathering ore for you, like in previous tales, this is actually a puzzle. And what you want to do is you want to match up the colors or the gems. Minecart races. So you want to group them up, either similar stones or all different stones. For instance, we got, let's see here, which one can we do? I don't know if we have one here. Alright, so we got a yellow, with the tall jutted out ones. We're going to add that to the workload. Then we got a gray with the little jutted out gems. Add that to the workload. Then we have the blue with the little squares. Add that one to the workload. So I've got 3 of these. You need a minimum of 3 in order to do a workload. And they're all different colors and different gems. Then I finalize the workload. And there we go. Workload had 19 iron ore. Someone did one while I was doing that. Anyways, so that's it. And you can match these up, multiples up per pool. I don't think I have another one though. Oops. Or do I? I don't. I don't think so. The thing is, I'm new to this, so I'm not especially great at this puzzle. At least not yet. So I've got a gray with the tall juts, gray with the tall juts, gray with the little stubbies, yellow tall, yellow medium juts, and we got a blue stubby. So there's only one blue, and it's a stubby. So I got to use this one. Then I can use the yellow with the medium jut, and the gray or the black with the tall jut, and then I can finalize that workload. And the more you can pull together in a puzzle, the more ore you're going to pull out of the mine. And I don't remember how you get a gem. I think you need to have all of them together. I don't know. I don't remember what I read. So anyways, let's do a couple more of these, and then we'll call it a day. So I've only got one blue here. And it's the stubby kind. So I have to use the blue stubby. And I use the yellow medium jut. Let's use a gray medium jut and then the yellow long jut. There we go. Finalize that workload. Alright. Now if I had another gray with the tall jut, because I got 2 of them here. If I had a third one, I can use those 3. But as for that, I think that about does it. I don't think I can use 2 grays and 1 yellow. No, I can't. Alright. Let's change our workload. Alright, 2 yellows with the tall, 1 with the medium. And we only got 1 gray and it's got the stubby. So I gotta use this one, stubby, blue medium, yellow jut. And finalize. And I can reuse them. Gray stub, yellow medium, this yellow tall, and then finalize. Alright, let's go back to that, and we got a tall one here. So let's use the tall blue and the medium yellow and finalize. There is a button to work and finalize it. I just haven't been using it. Okay. And I think that about does it. If there was a yellow stubby, then I could do this one, that one, and the yellow stubby and get a pull, but there isn't. I think that's all I can do here. Broke this mine. I don't think I got any gems. See, it's still all ore. It's a lot of ore, though. Someone else can have it. I don't need it all. Alright. In fact, I'm going to grab it and head on home, so I can carry 415 on me. Oops. For now. And someone else can have the rest. Okay. So, that was a quick episode. I've got so much I need to do because I'm so far behind. I don't know. I don't have a focus yet on my next episode. It might be a few days and whatnot for me to get caught up and get caught up with the Joneses, so to speak. So there's that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.